morning. Happy Saturday morning.
Yes,
Happy
good morning.
March. Good morning. Welcome. Thank you for joining us this morning, and welcome to another episode of Health and Wellness 360 with TFal Chi. Please let us know where you're joining us from this morning.
Yeah.
We're joining you from North Carolina. Let us know where you're joining us from. And we have an exciting show today because we are going to have a hands-on, and we're going to talk about fruits and veggies. But before we get started, for some of you who may be joining us for the first time, my name is TFal. I am an infectious disease physician, a professor of medicine. I'm an author, a podcaster, and a wellness coach. And I am the other half of TFal Chi, and I'm joined by my husband, Chi.
Yes, hi everyone. Nice to have you on again on our show today, and thank you all so much for always supporting us. Like my wife said, we're out here in Durham, North Carolina, and I'm Chi, and I'm a health and wellness expert. I'm a licensed psychotherapist, and also a wellness coach. And our mission at TFal Chi is to enhance you and empower you to be the very best versions of yourself by employing healthy habits to make yourself healthier, your loved ones, and your families as well.
Yes.
Today, we are going to talk about making salad and eating salads as a whole meal. So what you see here is how we literally eat on a regular basis, how to inculcate, proteins from different sources, vegetables from different sources to make a super salad a meal. So you don't have to eat a salad and eat a meal again. A whole meal itself, right, babe?
Yes. So, we talk a lot, and our whole mission is around changing the trajectory of chronic disease. We've talked about different chronic conditions, but if you remember, for those who've watched our show, we always talk about the importance of a plant-based nutrition, no matter what it is, for prevention, for treatment. So it's really very important, and we're going to do that today. But, just to hear from you, what are your favorite veggies? Just type in the chat. We may not see it right away, but just type your top 3 veggies.
Yeah.
Right? There's so many. Thank you. Good morning from Florida. We saw Chicago. Thank you for joining us. Just type in there, what are your favorite veggies? Can't miss them. All right? While we get started. And, time goes by very quickly.
Yep.
But one of the things, and that's why we're doing this, is people think of salads as boring. As
not very tasty, right?
Not very tasty.
A
chore, something my doctor wanted me to do. I see red peppers. Yep, we got you here. But we're going to, by the time we're done, we're going to have you thinking about veggies as enhancing you for your health, but also nutritious, delicious.
Spinach, just so spinach.
Spinach. Missouri, thank you for joining us. So only the CDC says how many people are getting enough of their veggies?
Guess. Why don't you put it in there? How many people are getting enough veggies on a daily basis?
What percent? I mean, just guess.
Just throw it in there. Doesn't matter. Just
10%,
throw it in there. 10%, 5%,
50%. How many people in the U.S. We have data for the U.S. Do we think are getting enough of their veggies every day? Since we can't necessarily see the chat, it's 10%.
10.
So the CDC says about 1 in 10 Americans are getting their veggies and fruits every day. 1 in 10. And the recommendations are about 3 to 4 cups of vegetables every day, or about 2 to 3 cups of fruits.
And this we're not just talking about veggies. This is also about the idea and the culture of cooking at home. Less than 36% of Americans literally cook at home, and this is representative of actually the globe as a whole as well. So the more you cook at home and make your own foods, you are going to be healthier. So you have to think about it that way. The more you cook, 36% of Americans, cook at home 2 to 3 times a week.
Yes.
That's it. 56% and above are eating out quite a bit.
Yes.
So
when you cook, you have control over what you put in.
Obesity, high blood pressure, diabetes, all those conditions. When you cook at home, you can control the sugars, the salt in there, the oils that are used. It is cholesterol. It's all in your control. All right. So what are we doing today, babe?
Get started.
What are we doing today?
We're going to be making one of our many, many, many salads. But you know, we're going to show you. So we saw, you know, spinach, we saw peppers, we saw carrots, we saw spinach. So keep popping it in what your favorite veggies are. But let's get started because time goes by really quickly.
On this show.
And as we're making the salad, we'll be talking about the nutritional components of these things and why they're healthy for you. So
purple cabbage.
Nobody said that in the chat. This is my favorite go-to now.
Yeah, very crunchy, very crunchy, and really, really good for your GI as well. So you want to think about vegetables. The darker they are, the higher the nutrient quality, right? So you want to stay away from, I mean, you don't say, but things like iceberg lettuce is just simply water you're drinking. So you go to a restaurant and they give you iceberg lettuce and they pour, you know, blue cheese all over it. That's junk food. That is junk food. Salad should be what you make of it that is healthy, right? So there's no fast rule about whether it's Greek, whether it's Italian, whatever. So you can see on our table, we have everything. That we have nuts, we have, you know, purple onions full of what?
Oh,
fiber.
We'll be talking about
in that. Yeah.
Red peppers.
Capsaicin.
Good for your metabolism.
Burning fat.
Vitamins. And one of the things we always talk about eating the rainbow. I mean, just look at them.
I'll go ahead and cut as you talk.
Start cutting, you know. Look at the colors on here. So I challenge you today, this weekend, when you go to the grocery aisle and start at the edges, you will be amazed at how much color is in the vegetable section that you hadn't paid attention to.
Okay.
A lot of times you don't think about it. Just look at the colors and challenge yourself to try a new vegetable you never even tried. Eat the rainbow. The colors, the nutrients, the vitamins. And so we're starting off with purple cabbage.
Yeah.
You see?
So you can see that. Okay. So some chopping away. And
really well.
Yeah.
really well.
We cook at home literally 7 days a week.
Yes.
We cook all, and the days we don't cook at home, we are eating what's left over from the time we cooked the last time, right?
Yes.
So, and that goes in there. Yes. That goes in a bowl. We have it in there. So
a bit more purple cabbage.
Of course.
Because I love purple cabbage. And we are this is what we're eating after. So I love a show where you can get done and that is actually your meal. So purple cabbage, you talked about how it's good for your GI tract.
Sure.
Tons of fiber.
Tons of fiber.
Also it's stuff that you know your good bacteria can feed on. So all of these things, because they're natural, your body's bacteria, your good bacteria thrive on that. So we've already said that in the past show, what you feed grows.
That's right.
Right?
That's
so
right.
when you feed your good bacteria, they grow. And we know that your gut is your second brain. Your gut is 70% of our immune system is in our gut. So we just put in some purple onions.
So with purple onions, with the high fiber content, is also one of those onions that, you know, a lot of times you want to go eat a salad, you're worried about your breath smell of onions. These don't do that.
No.
They don't. If you eat purple onions, do not make your breath smell of onions at all.
Yeah, so you can have it during lunch. You can have it on a date.
Yeah,
and it's still good. Floss.
Exactly. Your date won't run away after you eat it.
So purple onion, and I didn't know that. So the yellow ones we use a lot for our sauces and things like that with cooking. But the purple onions are really good, packed with a lot of
and they're sweet.
Fiber.
They're sweet as well.
Yes, they are. So
right.
We have two things in already that a lot of times people don't think about. Right?
Yeah. So you put whatever you want that is healthy.
It's your salad.
It's your salad, right? So if you don't like tomatoes, fine. You go with something else, right? We're throwing tomatoes in there as well, right?
So tomatoes.
Yeah.
Lycopene. Vitamins.
Right. So you can just go and chop away. Yeah. So we have that in there.
Right.
Seeds and all.
Yes.
You get it in there, right? Bam, it goes in there as well. So we have that.
We're only 3 minutes in, so we can't say it's too hard to make a salad. All right?
We're getting there. We're getting closer.
We're putting things in. Somebody in there said red peppers.
Red peppers.
Put that in.
So if you want to make it a lot more colorful, right?
Yes.
You throw in the yellow, you throw in the green, you throw in the orange, whatever peppers float your boat, just throw it in there.
Switch it up.
And they're very tasty. You can have that as a snack as well. Put in a Ziploc and munch away, right?
You know, that was another point. When we talk about 1 in 10 Americans getting enough of their vegetables, what are the other ways? You know, we're thinking about salads as a whole meal, thinking about salads as a side for some people.
Right.
You can juice it. You can eat it as snacks. The celery, the carrot, the
Correct.
peppers. That's other ways
Yeah.
in which you're getting your veggies in, right?
Right.
So that's really important.
And honey, so we talk about also, trying to make this a whole meal, right? So you have your good fats from your nuts right there.
And your feta cheese.
Feta cheese coming up, and also chicken. So you can add chicken. If you're not a chicken person or you're vegan, you can add, just have other sources of protein. You can even add, semi-cooked beans in there,
Yes.
depending on your taste and what you like, right? You can add turkey in there. You can add baked fish in there. Just whatever proteins you want. It is your salad. Name it whatever you want. Make it as super tasty as you want. That's what chia seeds. Thank you. You can add chia seeds as well, right?
Yeah. So you bring up a really good point, because again, when people think about salads as the iceberg lettuce and throw some stuff on it, it's like, that's not a meal. I'm going to not be full.
Yeah.
So I dare you to eat purple cabbage with the fiber it comes with and not get full. But also it's important that we do not skip out on our proteins and our fats. So a meal like we're making that has healthy carbohydrates, because our body needs carbs, our body needs fats, and our body needs protein.
Right.
So anything that deprives you completely of those groups is not going to be healthy for you or sustainable. It's what kind of carbs you're getting. Right. Because all of these have carbs, carrots and celery, but they're healthy carbohydrates.
Right. And now we have dried apricots. So dried apricots are super good for your gut bacteria. So remember,
orange.
Can you see that? So remember, when you eat this, make sure you're getting those that have no added sugar. Read the labels. We did a show on reading labels. Always read your labels. You never want added sugars to your foods, because those are processed sugars. Your body does not like them. Your good bacteria doesn't like them. It doesn't do any good for you. It just adds to your waistline, adds to diabetes issues, adds to a lot of things and the way you feel and move, right? So you want to stay with zero added sugar. Read the label. Right. So we're going to chop. So if you're a sweet tooth kind of person, which most of us are, these are sweet. They are sweet. Dried apricots as well. So
all right. And you bring up again, while you're chopping, an excellent point around, because our bodies now, because of all the processed foods, our taste buds have been changed. People feel like they need extra sugar. Apples are sweet naturally. Apricots are sweet. Mangoes are sweet. But when you go to the store, they have the dried fruits, and then the dried fruits with added sugar. You need to read the labels. Apricots are sweet on their own. So they have sugar. So the thing is not to have sugar. You want to have natural sugars that your body recognizes, because when you eat the added sugar, your body doesn't know what to do with that. Your bacteria doesn't know what to do with that. It just gets stored as fat.
That's right.
So I'm eating a salad. All I had was salads, and I'm gaining weight. Well, what are we putting in? We'll talk about the toppings. So let's just show you the progress so far. I don't know if you can see. But the colors here, this is like artwork.
Yeah.
I mean,
so
you chop really well, babe.
Thanks,
but
man.
Like the chicken, the apricot, I get excited because this is what we're eating right after.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lunch.
The tomatoes, the peppers, purple, right? This is a salad.
Yeah.
This is something that's going to fill you up, and we're not even done yet.
Sure. So we'll keep adding. So someone said spinach. So we can throw some spinach in there, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we put some spinach in there. Spinach is one of those super greens that you can do without. Lots of iron in there. So if you're iron deficient, spinach is really good for you, right? So you can eat that this way, or you can juice it. One key point about veggies and heating them to a temperature is that if you want to sear them, or you just want to wither them in hot water or on top of your stovetop, remember, use very little heat and don't heat for too long, because the more you heat vegetables, the more the carbohydrate content increases. So every time you have vegetables in a pan, if you just want them to be warm, that's fine. Warm them up or blanch with hot water, get it out and eat, right? So the longer they stay heated, then it becomes a carbohydrate food versus the veggies you're looking for. So you've got to think about that, all right? So
And one of the other ways people getting their vegetables is frozen and adding it to different things. So it's important that that you can frozen vegetables not for a salad but to eat them, and it's important not to heat them for too long, like she said.
Yeah.
So we're adding now. What are we adding now?
We're now adding some different types of nuts. So these are cashews. So if you're a cashew kind of person, cashews have a lot of good fats in them. Remember, again, no sodium added. So you look at no sodium added, no sugar added. If you begin to think this way, because one thing about health and wellness is it's all about your mind and being able to connect what you put in your mouth with the way you feel and move, right? So if sodium is a big component of your diet, you're not going to feel good. It retains water and you feel heavy and all that, right? If sugar is a big component of your diet, you're gonna run into issues of chronic diseases and so on and so forth. And also, you're not going to feel your best. You're going to have the peaks and valleys with the way your mood is, right? So remember to always think about no sodium added or very little, or no sugar added at all. Okay. Thanks for Florida. Someone from Florida. Thank you.
And it's like you said, it's a mindset, because literally you have to say, I am battling for my body, for my health, for the health of my family. And we talked about it. Whoever makes a decision about what food comes into the house controls the health of that family. And it's hard because even in the veggie aisles now, you go to the grocery store, they're moving the processed foods that way. So they're stacking cakes and cookies next to the veggie aisles. You have to have your list and have to have your mindset, because that is really, really important. All of these things have their own nutrients. They're packed with vitamins, fiber, phytonutrients. So the need to add extra, when you take an apple, you see that they're still coated with caramel and stuff. There's no need for that. And we need to get back to eating things.
Let me have the apple, honey. Let me have the apple.
I was hoping for that.
Yeah. So we're going to add apples as well. So we're talking about, making sure you get the sweet you're looking for and getting it in the natural way, because your body processes simple sugars different from the processed, natural sugars. I love salads. Thank you. That's Sharon. Thank you, Sharon. So apples, and it doesn't. You can choose whatever apple you want. We don't subscribe to any particular one. We love Fuji because of the crunch. You may love Gala. You can love. It doesn't matter what apple.
This is a honey crisp. It's a Fuji.
Yeah. So whatever apple you want, just go for it. So we're also going to add some apples to it, right? Yeah. So because it's all about crunch. And food is all about making your taste buds just go crazy with delight, right?
Yes.
Just love your taste buds, just love you. Just add all kinds of stuff. You want your food to just be jazzed up, so to speak, right?
And that's what we're thinking about when we talk about salads that are healthy, that give your body what your body needs and wants, but also tasty. You wanna eat and be sated. You want to be filled, but you also don't want to feel like it's a chore. You don't want to feel like it's a chore. So while you're chopping, babe, again, look at that. We're going to mix it up. I mean, some of you saw the earlier product. Hopefully. Now we added some the nuts and the spinach to it. So we've already had carbs, fats, proteins already. And right there, we're still what? I mean, and we're spending a lot of time talking.
Yeah, so let's do this.
5 minutes.
Yeah, let's do that. So I'm going to chop real quick. Let's do this. I'm going to chop that. So I want them to be able to see that. So I'm going to chop real quick, and we'll just so we can. Let's watch this real quickly.
And I saw that you kept the skin on.
Yeah, skin is good.
It's good for your fiber.
It's good for it adds extra
all
fiber.
Of these were washed before we started.
Okay.
So
let's go. Let's go. So I'm going to add
some cheese.
Feta cheese, right?
Talk a bit more about cheese. Baby.
Yeah. So cheeses are full of protein, right? And those who live in the Mediterranean and parts of the world where people live long, healthy, long lives, right? They use a lot of feta cheese for their foods, right? Feta cheese is really good for you. And you don't also get the kind of reaction you get from eating other cheeses. One thing about cheese you want to be careful about. A lot of times cheese, the higher the price range, for the most part, the healthier it is because it's been aged. right? You want to stay away from the cheeses if you can. If you can. The cheeses that is spread all over tacos and all that, those for the most part, those are not cheese. Those are processed things. That's not cheese. You're not getting cheese. You want to look for aged cheese. If aged cheese, look, and within your price budget, look for cheeses aged more. You're going to find that you have a higher protein quality and better for your body as well, and not eating the processed stuff. So
they have less of the saturated fats in them.
Yeah.
So they're healthier.
Yeah. So this. I hope you can see that. Let me grab some more there. So we'll do the demo for a little bit here. So I'm breaking some more, just breaking that in. So you see that, and you put that aside. The reason we're doing that is because we want to be able to show you that when you go to a restaurant and you ask for the dressing, you're asking for junk for the most part as well. We hate to say, but that's the truth. If you look at a lot of the dressings you get from the stores, if you look at the label, if you're at home today, after this show, grab any dressing you have at home. We don't have dressings at home. Just look at the label. It's fat, sugar, and all that kind of junk in there on the label. So we make our own dressing. We haven't bought dressing in years and years and years. We make our own, right? And it's simple and it's healthy. So we've added feta cheese, right? If you want, you can add avocados. You can do it that way.
And that's one of the things I was going to ask you about. Some people like that. They like Caesar dressing and stuff. Avocado is one of the things that can give you that creamy. It is creamy. It's healthy fats, without having adding other stuff to it. So we're not going to put everything on the table because, again, that's the beauty of you switching it up every time. You can chop your celery into it. You can chop carrots into it. Somebody had said carrots. And that's important. We even have kiwis here that you can peel and put in there. So again, mixing it up.
Thank you, Cherie. It's full of fat, sugar, and salt. You're right. Salad dressings that you find, and you know what? Why do you think they have a shelf life that is long? They're on the shelf because they're literally preservatives. They're processed. So why would you think it's good for your body when you can make your own, right?
Simple.
So
this is one of my favorite parts.
Lemon. You get a seed, just to avoid the seeds in there, and you just go. You can see that, and it just goes in there. That's lemon. You put as much as you can. Lemon is really good for modulating your blood sugar. So you can drink it in water.
That's how we start in the morning.
You can use in water. You can even use lemon to clean. It's almost like an antiseptic as well. If it's good for you. It's good for your skin. It's good for everything.
We put it with juice with it. So all of these things, and that's a separate thing we might do. We'll do another time in terms of juicing. But all of these things, like you decide to make a salad. The leftovers you put in your Ziploc. Those are your quick to go snacks.
Exactly.
So that's really key.
Olive oil.
Olive oil.
And you just go. That's that.
Awesome. One thing about olive oil is that I didn't even know for a while. You knew where.
And you didn't get. I read the tongues. Okay, let's get that.
Is that olive oil, when added to vegetables, actually helps your body absorb phytonutrients better. So all of these nutrients in the veggies, actually olive oil allows your body to extract them even better.
That's right.
So olive oil is.
We're going to mix here, and we're going to be quiet. We're going to be quiet as we mix because of the noise, because we don't want the feedback to pick up in the mic, right? So we're just going to mix here. Honey, you just hold it. You can hold it up. Yeah, awesome. So I'm just going to mix. All you hear now. I'm going to try not to talk much so you can get too much feedback. Okay, so, and if you can see, we're going to put it. I'm going to move this over. We're going to put some of this in here so you can see it.
Yes, good job.
And what that looks like.
And one of the things that people think about is also what your toppings are. So you see what we did with the natural fruits, the apricots, the apples, the nuts, the whole nuts. Because a lot of times what we see is, people at the salad bar, like you go out and you can talk about what people can do since if you're at a restaurant.
Yeah.
But in terms of what the things you see people, they have a couple of iceberg lettuce, and then it's loaded with bacon and whole eggs, and then the cheese stuff, and then you wonder, like, I'm only eating salad. So it's important to know what you're putting in. One egg has about 180 milligrams of cholesterol, which is 65% of your daily requirement. So if you eat 2 eggs, you're already over. Most people eat a lot.
Well, babe, hold on.
The whole eggs.
But what makes it? What makes it?
It's the yellow. It's the yolk.
Yeah.
So that's why egg whites are great for your omelets. If you want to put eggs in salad, you boil it and just use the egg whites, because egg whites are a great source of protein. 12 grams of protein. Tuna, turkey, tofu, beans. So you want to have proteins in your salad to keep you full. You want the fiber.
Correct.
You want the healthy fats, and you want a lot of carbs. Healthy carbs.
Yeah. So that's so the idea of being able to have. So this has got chicken. It's got spinach. It's got purple cabbage. It's got apricots. It's just whatever feels and tastes good. Your taste buds want all kind of variety.
Yes.
That's one thing. You say variety is the spice of life.
Yes, it is.
Variety is the spice of health as well, right? Variety. You want variety in your life when you eat, right? So
and when you exercise.
And when you exercise as well, right? So when you exercise, you don't just walk. Sometimes you move your hands. Sometimes you jump. Sometimes you sit and stand. Variety is the spice of health. Thank you, producer. So that's what I want to share with you today. You can add literally anything you want in your salad, right?
We didn't get to do carrots.
Yeah, these are all the toppings you can
Sometimes
add there.
People take their tangerines and just put it in, so you get the citrus.
Correct.
So every day is a new day to
Correct.
Eat the rainbow, satisfy your gut health, and improve the health of yourself and your family. And if you think about this, the textures too, every bite, you don't know what's coming at you. Right?
Yeah, every bite.
There's crunch, there's sweets, there's spice, there's tart. You could put kale. Mix up your veggies. Just
mix it up. Yeah, and it will fill you up. And there's, when you eat,
water.
One thing about salads, that we share with, because we do work with people one-on-one. We work with large groups. We do lots of events. And one thing we like to share is that there's no hard and fast rule about eating. If you want to eat a whole kind of lettuce or cabbage, go for it. You don't have to measure it. You don't have to count it. You don't have to do math or be a math wizard to know what you're eating. If you're eating correctly, there's no counting involved. That's the thing. It takes away the element of how many calories, how many numbers, none of that stuff. You want to eat like in natural way. That's what we teach people in our groups. You can find us at TFal Chi at Facebook or Instagram, and also our website at www.tfalandchi.com. We want you to follow us if you can, your loved ones. Share these videos, share what you learn from us, bring in and invite your friends and family to join us. And you can even have a consult with us, a free consult. There's no cost to it. Just look us up, go to our website and book a consult so we can talk to you about how to live a healthier lifestyle. Absolutely. That's what we love to do.
That's what we love. And make a salad this weekend.
Yeah.
Go to the grocery store like you have to get your groceries anyway, and start at the edges. Get your veggies. Challenge yourself to try something you haven't tried. Get more veggies. 1 in 10 is who's getting enough veggies. So buy your frozen vegetables to use. Add, vegetables to your meals so that you actually get more of that. Your bacteria will be happy. You eat all the flavors, you get your vitamins, you get your nutrients.
Yeah. Quick, we talk about your bacteria will be happy. So you think about it this way, right? Everything you see here, you can use for compost. Yes. And why do you use compost? To grow a plant and bring life, right? To bring life to a plant. Compost, right? Use a plant. If you put cookies and sodas and, pizza into dirt, that plant will not grow. You have to think about it the same way. If you put these things in your body, your good bacteria grows, protects you. When, we're fortunate to have a cold or a cough, your good bacteria comes to fight for you. Your immune system, your skin,
your
and all that.
Tract.
Yeah.
There's so many things.
That is correct. 70% is, of our immune system is in our gut. So you want to think that way. Walk away from added sugars. Over 70% of what you find in the stores has added sugars. Whatever store you go to today, even if you go to a clothing store, they put sugars in front before you buy the clothes. It's crazy. Everywhere you go,
hardware store,
at the hardware store,
it's
sugar.
sugars and candies. So
Yeah.
again, be focused.
Yeah.
Think about your health, the health of your family.
Yeah, and we're gonna go in a minute right now. Show's almost over. So, but thank you, baby. You want to close this out? Close this out. Let's go.
Thank you for joining us. Read the labels shop. Visit us at TFal Chi. We're on social media. Share your salads. Tag your friends. Do these videos and let us normalize optimizing our health.
Yeah.
Enjoy your weekend and thank you for joining us.
Thank you.